Shalom. This is your brother Kassad out of Great Millstone, Houston. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace, blessings to the Akiyam, put on as the elect, striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness by being obedient to what's written inside the scriptures. Shalom. Wanted to go into this lesson, going into how we are at the eve of destruction. You know, seeing all these things that are happening inside of this society, you know, all these things that the Lord has told us to watch for that are written inside of these scriptures and how they're being manifested in these days which we live in, man. We are at, you know, the eve of destruction, you know, and just wanted to go into this lesson because tomorrow they're having this alert system, you know, activate, you know, something in this society for the most part, basically telling people that, you know, it's an alert that is going out, but, you know, it's just an alert. Don't be worried by it. There's no actions required and everything. But no, the men of the Lord are the alert system of the Most High, man, that they're out here sounding the alarm and the trumpet, telling these people, you know, the Israelites, that is, and this whole world, in actuality, that this place is coming to an end. All right. So the alert is going out and actions are required at this time, man, because it's nothing but death and destruction coming, man. And I wanted to go ahead and get some of this account in the book of Daniel about the writing being on the wall, man. Right? The writing is on the wall here inside of Babylon the Great, as it was in ancient Babylon the Great before the fall of it, you know, before it was taken over by Darius the Median. Okay? But the writing's on the wall here. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump it off in Daniel 5:25 just to give some context. It's about, you know, a writing being on the wall, the king Belshazzar being troubled by it, not being able to interpret it and everything, and all the astrologers and all the soothsayers and all the people in his kingdom, you know, could not figure it out either. So he had to call upon the man of the Lord, who was Daniel, you know, at that time, and to figure out what this interpretation was that was troubling him, you know, in that day. Right? So this is Daniel 5, jump to 25. For sake of time, it says, and this is the writing that was written, Mene Mene Tekel U Farsin. All right? U Farsin. Mene Mene Tekel U Farsin. Okay, it says, this is the interpretation of the thing, Mene, Yahweh have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balance and are found wanting. Okay, so you're weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Okay, so Esau Edom, who is the king of modern day Babylon, Babylonian society, this society is found wanted and weighed in a balance and is fit for destruction at this time and in which we live in, man. All right, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's see if I can grab this. Yep. And it's found in the balance. So we out here warning and blowing the trumpet and telling these people that there's nothing but death and destruction coming. This is 2 Ezra 16:13. It says, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. Okay? It says, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. Right? And these are the Lord's arrows. These are the weapons of indignation, the ICBM missiles. But it says 2 Ezra 16:14, it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Now that goes into the downfall of the society and how the infrastructure, the economic system, the political system, that goes into all these disasters that are happening as well, you know, being hit. But ultimately it's talking about the ICBM missiles and hitting and destroying this place and bringing that lake of fire. All right. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So the plagues are sent into Babylon the Great. That's the writing on the wall in which the prophets are on the highways and byways telling these people, giving them warning about. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 15. It says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, man. Okay, so the fire in which the Lord has kindled upon all the earth, man, is going to consume the whole entire earth. And the world of Esau is what this is referring to. Because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follows. So we understand that it's not the entirety of the earth that's going to be consumed, but the world, the society, the kingdom and rulership of Esau Edom and his wicked ways, man. This is what's going to be consumed off the face of this earth, man, with this lake of fire, right? And it goes into how Lord has indignation for this individual. Okay, he has indignation for all the wickedness that he has committed on the face of this earth, for him being set up to be the bad guy in this story. All right, the Lord set him up to be the modern day Pharaoh. All right, the ruler of all the kingdoms and everything, and to be the one who's polluting the entirety of the earth. And now it's the time, as it talks about in the book of 2nd Ezra 15, that the Lord is coming to visit him for all his wickedness that he has done, man. This is Psalm 7 and 11. It says, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is our power, is angry with the wicked every day. It says, if he turn not, right? If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He had bent his bow and made it ready, man. ICBM missiles in them silos in these other countries as well, man. How he's gathering them up, all right? Gathering them up for the day of destruction. It says, he had also prepared for him the instrument of death. He had ordained his arrows against the persecutors, man, who are Esau Edom. These are the people who are persecuting the Israelites, persecuting the earth, just operating in wickedness, man. Setting traps and snares and more traps and snares all the way up until now, And that's another thing. Just wanted to jump back into how in the book of Daniel, it talks about, was talking about the astrologers and the procrastinators and the soothsayers and everything. These are individuals who've been operating on that left-hand side, casting that spell on these people, enchantments as well, keeping them in darkness and in blindness and leading everybody astray. But that enchantment, that magic is fading, okay? That enchantments that they have casted upon these people, that covering cast, is fading. So people are seeing the true ugliness of this society in which we live in. And soon to be revealed to the entirety of the world. You see, the men of the Lord have eyes to see and ears to hear, to see that we are walking in a world of darkness, of wickedness. And is ruled by the wicked, as it talks about in the book of Job 9 and 24. All right? How he has exceedingly polluted this world with wickedness. Changed the face of the judges, all right? The prophets, the disciples, inside these scriptures, into the likeness of his own. Even the face of the depiction of the Savior, he has changed it to his depiction to make it look like him, which is no pigmentation. Esau, So for this, man, he's going to be destroyed, For that and ruling and wickedness, he's going to be destroyed, man. And as these people are waking up, man, they're going to want to destroy him. These other nations, man, they say they're drunken of this wine and this fornication. Man, the other nations are mad at this situation that they see going on, man. Let's jump into this Isaiah 54, back into these weapons of indignation. It says, behold, I've created the smith. All right, like you got swordsmiths out there. You got smith is someone who is wielding something into an instrument, into a being, into something, He's like a swordsmith. He says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and that bringeth forth an instrument. So these are the mad scientists, that have created these nuclear warheads, ICBM missiles, okay? The Lord has created these individuals, put these thoughts inside these individuals' head and minds to create these things. And the things about these weapons is that the scriptures talks about once they're fired and once they're used, man, that nobody is going to create these missiles and these weapons again. These weapons, these of war, these weapons of indignation are created for a purpose, a specific purpose, and it's to bring down the Edomite kingdom. which is Babylon the Great. You know, the same thing that he has used to debo the rest of the world and everything is going to be the same thing that is, he's brought to his end. It's his world that is brought to an end. So it says, and that bringing forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Man, the waster is the ICBM missile, and it's built and is created to destroy Esau, Edom. Man, this is Isaiah 13:5. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, right? Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, man. Lord is a righteous power. All right, so his weapons are righteous at the end of the day. And the indignation is going to be righteous as well. It's a just cause why this individual is going to be getting wiped off the face of this planet, man. His kingdom is going to be incinerated by these weapons of warfare, right? And it's going to destroy the whole land, leaving Babylon the Great, which is America, desolate. As it's referred to the scriptures. It's going to be total desolation. All right, let's get this in the book of Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom, once again, tying Edom to Babylon, tying Edom to the people in which the Lord has indignation forever. All right, so the Lord hates the Edomites, man. Okay, this is what these scriptures are talking about. All right, people talking about the day of the Lord, how it's going to be. I can't wait, and you don't know anything about these scriptures, man. So woe to you who are talking about waiting for the day of the Lord, as the scriptures goes into, man. The day of the Lord is going to be darkness and gloominess upon these people. All right, you've disallowed the Son Yahushua, all right, who is our Savior and our Deliverer, and who is coming back to destroy this place. Okay, with the Lord's indignation, his wrath and fury. Okay, and so you're going to be a part of the destruction. Okay, because you have not hearkened unto the words of the men that the Lord has set up to be out here on the highways and byways and putting up these lessons to edify the elect. That means you are not of the elect, and you will not be delivered. The scriptures talks about how though Israel be as the sand of the sea, only a remnant will be saved, man. Right? Those who are doing and being obedient to what's written inside these scriptures, man, are the ones of the hopeful elect, of the elect. Right? And that's why we want to fight in this thing and continue in this thing so that we might be of that number, that be saved and get up on them chariots so we can see the destruction of Babylon the Great. So it says, whereas Edom in book of Malachi 1 and 4, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. It says, they shall build, the Lord of armies is the Lord of hosts. It says they shall build, or armies, or weaponry, or, many things of hosts. It says they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Okay. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Either the border of wickedness. Everything that Esau Edom does is wicked. All right. Everything they do is about wickedness. This is who they were created to be. They are created to be the wicked, as the scripture goes into, man. Who can make straight what the Lord has made crooked? Right? So it says, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Let's get this word indignation. All right.
Strong's H2194. Za'am.
All right. Strong's definition: to foam at the mouth, i.e., to be enraged, abhor, abominable, angry, defy, indignation. Okay. It says to foam at the mouth, though, man. The Lord is furious with these people, man. Right? It says to denounce, express indignation. It said indignant, to have indignation, to be indignant, be angry, to be abhorrent, to express indignation in speech, denounce, curse. Okay. Scriptures talks about in the NLT how the Lord wishes this place was already burning, man. This is Malachi 1 and 5. It says, and your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. Ultimately, man, the Lord is going to be glorified in his day because he said he was going to do it. He did it. His saints, who are the Israelites, are delivered. man, in the destruction, all these heathen nations are going to glorify the Lord, man. Because as he lifted up Pharaoh, you're going to see the power of our power, Yahweh, destroy this place, Babylon the Great, which has exalted itself as some type of God, man. All right. This is Isaiah 47 and 9, and Isaiah 47 and 8. Let's get it in the NLT version. It says, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom. All right. Who else is living like this right now? Who's all about pleasure, debauchery, all about doing what the hell the flesh wants to do? Who has exalted itself? Who is pushing all this false ideologies, this false doctrine? Okay, who is pushing shame and filth upon the children of Israel right now, man? Just pushing out wickedness at a high volume. Inside of this kingdom, Israelite male has to be in a dress, has to be a gangbanger, has to be some type of whore or savage, right? You got to be completely full of yourself, prideful. You got to be trying to imitate a so-called Edomite. A so-called white man out here, right? This is how you know this is the place of Babylon. All this filth that is happening and being casted out at high volumes, man, upon the whole entire earth, upon the nation of Israel as well. But it says, Isaiah 47 and 8, it says, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. Now, this is what the whole entire world is saying. It said they living too easy over there. They feeling safe and secure around their borders and everything. Now you see the borders collapsing. The southern borders collapsing, and how these people are just being brought in. They're not even having to hop borders and do all this, that, and the third as they once had to do and be smuggled in. They're being brought in and planted inside of all these cities and everything. And they're being planted in all these cities for destruction, man. Because when the day of the Lord happens, or when anything happens, all right, because this is the writings on the wall. Anything can happen. We are at the eve of destruction. So if anything was to happen, these people would get shit. You got that much more to have to worry about in these cities that's already overran with demons and psychotic individuals. People are on the edge because they've been let down by the society in which they have put so much inside of. But it says Isaiah 47 is, and I'm going to speed this up to get to the end. Don't want to make this long. But, man, we're talking about the destruction, man. It's a wonderful thing to hear and to see these signs happening on the face of this earth, man. Isaiah 47 and 8, it says, listen, in the NLT, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one and there is no other. I will never be a widow or lose my children. Well, both of these things will come upon you in a moment. It says widowhood and the loss of children. Okay? Yes, these calamities will come upon you despite all your witchcraft and magic, man. All that witchcraft and magic is going to fail, and all this death and destruction is going to happen. All this loss of life, all this this winning that you've been doing is at a stop. All right? We are at the eve of destruction. And this is what we're witnessing in this society right now, man. All right? And this is a kind of a side note, but that's why it's imperative, as it talks about in Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart. This is not your rest. Come up out of here. It will destroy you with a sore stroke. It's paraphrasing, but man, you got to come out of Babylon the Great, because you're going to be destroyed with Babylon the Great. This is Hebrews 11 going into Moses, how, it says, by faith, Moses, when he had come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy pleasure of sin for a season. So enjoying that pleasure, enjoying that sin for a season is not going to be beneficial to you. Okay? It's not going to be what you need to be doing in the time that we're living in. In the time which you're living in, you should be coming more and more separate and apart out of this society. Seeing all these things quickly approaching, you should be more and more operating as a child of light, man. All right? So it says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures of Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward, man. All right, so he said, man, I'd rather follow after Yahushua, the reproach of Hamashiach, man. All right, it says esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach, man, to be despised by many, okay, to being hated, all right, being in that lower state. You know, you got individuals that are plagued with pride and ego right now, you know, and are not wanting to say that I was wrong about this. Now, I didn't mean that when I said that like that. I said it out of anger. You got individuals in these Israelite camps that are not at a humble state. So what are they going to do when they're forced to be put into a humble state? They're going to say, nah, I'm too prideful for that. You know, nah, the scriptures talks about right here, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach. Well, Hamashiach, Yahushua went through, we are going to have to go through as well. You know, the servant is not greater than a master, man. Get used to being put inside of that low estate. Get used to that reproach. All right. So it says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach, Yahushua, greater riches than treasures of Egypt. So, man, putting that, man, that's greater than this bullshit ass world in which we living in. You know, ultimately, because all these things is going to fade away and dissolve with that fervent heat. It says, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward, man. We have way more to gain in the world that's coming. You know, so we're not holding on to this bullshit in this world in which we have. We holding on to these scriptures and what the Lord has laid before us. And so, you know, choose ye this day, man, who you going to serve, life or death. You know, right quick to get this word righteous, because the Lord's coming with righteous indignation. Righteous. It says, of a person or conduct morally right or justifiable, virtuous, feeling of righteous indignation about pay and conditions, man. So it's justifiable, you know, at the end of the day, what the Lord is bringing in his indignation. All right, get this indignation. It's justifiable, fury, rage, disrespect, all right, displeasure, provocation, cause for indignation. Okay. Let's see. Regard as unworthy, be angry or displeased at. All right. Express popular outrage by passing or publishing resolution. All right. But the Lord's coming with fury and rage to this place, man, to destroy it. And, you know, it'll be no more. And the writing is on the wall, as the scriptures goes into. So with that, perfectly, this is edifying to the body. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the great millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace, blessings to the Akiyom, put it on as the elect. Shalom.